Guys, it's your girl Glowing, back at it again with a brand new episode, and welcome to episode 73 of Mass Effect Andromeda. So last episode we finished the game. Huh, we never figured out what that thing was, huh?
Meridian was mind-blowing, right? You were amazing. No safety net, no Sam. Didn't bat an eyelash.
Eyelashes were the only thing I wasn't batting.
Batted the Archon right out of the park. Now Helios will really take shape, and we have VIP tickets. In some ways, I feel like our adventure is just beginning.
It is.
You know it.
So we actually got a couple of quests, so I'm really excited about that. It seems like it worked out to get that 100 viability in all our planets. Is Meridian gonna be like a thing where we can like...
I'm picking up something. Probes launched. I found something.
Well, I can't resist. I need to land on Meridian.
I'm picking up something. Probes launched. Anomaly found.
So I guess we should talk about the game a little bit. I was worried. When we're getting close to the end, I wasn't sure how they were gonna end it. And I was worried that it was gonna be quite lackluster.
Anomaly found.
But it wasn't. It was great. Hit me in my feels. I know Mass Effect Andromeda got a lot of hate. And I know when it came out, I heard there was a few bugs. But they ended up fixing it, and I think that's what matters.
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
And some people say that, well, it should have been right from the beginning. But I kind of think back. I always put myself on the other end. So I put myself on the end where I've made a mistake myself. If I fix it, I'd like for people to just kind of let it go.
In stable orbit.
So I'd kind of hope that people would give me kind of... I try to give people that kind of same respect as well. So I'm not too mad. There are still a few bugs, mining bugs to be exact. But it doesn't bother me, and they really finished up the game well. It wasn't Inquisition. It wasn't like Dragon Age Inquisition where you needed a DLC to finish the game. The ending made sense the way it ended, which I really enjoyed.
Stay clear, Ryder.
Pathfinder, work continues. Hell, yes, I can do it. Just making sure the boss knows I'm working hard.
What's your story?
I can skip uncomfortable Thanksgivings from anywhere. So I came here. Family, right?
Sometimes a fresh...
Best for me. I'm here to build something. Not Meridian. Or... no word makes a tech pucker like... Beth.
Hope. Yes, I wouldn't be here seeing this opened our minds and hearts to each other. All of us.
Even for an Angora, you're one of a kind, Joel. Don't know if I'll ever get used to all the feelings.
Yes, you will. But only because you must.
Pathfinder.
Completely forgot what I was talking about. Great.
Where did you get all this?
Meridian. They named it well.
Oh, Captain Dunn. Hey.
Captain Dunn, still here?
I'll be the last one off, Pathfinder. They can call it a building now, but it's still my ship until everyone is clear. A good ride. I'm sorry to see it end.
Plenty of places left to fly, Captain. I doubt you'll be hurting for work.
True enough. But it'll be nice to have a place to range out of. Something stable. Got a friend working on that. We'll see where it goes. But I like the sound of it. A nice little homestead. With fences, so you know what's yours.
Oh, right. And they left off where the cat are still alive, because, like, the Archon wasn't the main leader of them.
Welcome back, Ryder.
That's
Of course.
Huh.
I am Dr.
Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, the Archon, the Remnant, kind of all of that good stuff. Like, they left it for just so much to, like, explore and stuff. Okay. Right, Habitat 7, Nexus. Speak with Carrie about Meridian. Oh, but you're still probably on the Nexus. I'm an idiot. Gosh darn it.
You don't look as wide-eyed as the other Meridian.
Words. I just need to find words.
Ryder, Lexi was looking for you.
Orbit.
Oh, Lexi was looking for me? There's just the Quarian arc, which is interesting because they didn't want to be found, so I'm very curious what's that about. I know there were supposed to be DLCs about the Benefactor, Jean Grayson. There's just so much, and I heard there was supposed to be DLCs, but they cut it because of the backlash that the game was getting. And all I really have to say is, like, I get it. I've been on that side where you love something a lot, and you don't want to see it go. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, we should have kept with Shepard, blah, blah, blah. But I like Ryder as a character, and I'm glad that they ended Shepard's story. It wasn't a positive ending, right? It wasn't, like, the best ending for Shepard in general. You could have good endings for the people, but it wasn't a great ending for Shepard in general. But I kind of like that. I mean, I like that the hero didn't live. It made it unpredictable, because honestly, the whole time I kind of just thought, oh, you know, we're gonna save the world, Shepard's gonna live, you know, they're not gonna risk killing off their, like, the character. But they did.
I know we slept for 600
And that kind of had me... it had me quite surprised. I didn't think.
My family every day. They can't believe half of what I tell them.
And fair enough, you know, I think in the destroy option, if I'm correct, in the destroy option, there's some hint that Shepard survived, but in the other two options, Shepard died. So.
Pathfinder, you're here. I'll give you my entire chocolate ration for an interview about Meridian.
Done. Down to the ones with strawberry goop in the middle.
So, Meridian's real. A promised land. You did it. The Hyperion's a mess, but that crash site does mean humans have a claim to Meridian.
I mean, we're willing to share.
Technically, yes, but practically, our allies will always be welcome.
It's good to have that on the record. I'm headed out there soon. Documenting Meridian could be a lifetime's work, even for an Asari. I can't wait to get started.
Good for you.
Now that's history in the making.
Everything's reading normal. They're snug as... Oh, hey, Ryder.
Harry, what's going on here?
You're telling her? Oh, can I watch, please?
Of course.
Got something to show you.
I love surprises. Wait, are those...
Baby Krogan!
Krogan children. My children. Live in the egg, every last one of them.
Nobody else knows, Ryder. We're keeping this quiet after what happened with that human baby born out here. I don't know what's in store for me, but however this turns out, I'll be part of our future. And so will you.
So, does that make me the godparent?
Don't let it get to your head. We're going to need more than one.
Hope. It's a scary thing. I'll teach them, Ryder, about what we used to be and what we are now.
Just like he taught me.
I can't believe it. Baby. Oh, they're not here anymore. Great. So, Krogan, that was a huge thing, right? Okay. That was so huge. So we're definitely gonna visit Habitat 7 as well. I wonder if I should visit. I hope that I really hope that the people that made Mass Effect Andromeda I hope that they don't find too much. Oh, right. Now I remember what I was talking about. I always keep trailing off. I have a thing of doing that. I can't be doing too many things at once. It's bad for me.
Ryder, I am in awe. Meridian found and the Archon no more. vision of the initiative is taking root thanks to you.
It was a team effort, and you're a part of that, Hager.
I did my small bit, I suppose. Reiko would be happy. Not satisfied, but happy.
Nice talking.
And
Hey, Ryder.
Good.
You did it. All your hard work paid off, and now, Meridian.
Those Asari Huntresses made a difference. Thank you.
Of course. Feel that? It's like the whole initiative is resting easier thanks to you.
Let's talk to stupid Tan.
How are things going with Arclicinia? Ryder, I won't pretend I'm not disappointed. I'd hoped your choice for ambassador would go differently.
I called it as I saw it.
Well, at least you didn't pick Mortar. A Krogan with power? That's how wars are started. Did you have some other business?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
No, thank you. Okay. Addison, I hated you in the beginning.
Pathfinder. I'm enjoying Tan's ongoing discomfort with an Angaran ambassador. Not that the Moshai would take advantage. Such base manipulation is beneath her. So, what can I do for you?
Has there been any immediate reaction to exposing Spender?
Of course. The damage he did. That'll scar us for a long time. There's also the crow I've had to eat. Can't say it wasn't deserved.
We're all better off without him.
Brecker might disagree. His job now includes everything Spender did.
Thanks ever so much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Direct.
Good.
Pathfinder?
Guess I should talk to Kesh too while I'm here.
I'm worried about this place if we can't find you.
Locked him up, huh? Spender won't last long if they set him loose. A lot of people are angry.
How angry?
Well, let's just say I've got a couple engineers making sure the airlock security backups are working.
He sure knows how to make friends, doesn't he?
Man's got a talent for it, that's for sure. Someone will get to him eventually, and I look forward to hearing about it. But on my station, no one gets airlocked without my permission.
It was you helping the Krogan colony smuggle resources back onto the station, wasn't it?
We Krogan are a hardy lot. We probably could have managed just fine on our own. In the short term. Long term, it's in our best interest that the station, and those on it, survive.
Nothing more for now.
Try not.
You sure look thoughtful.
Just thinking about the first time Cash got her hands on a toolkit.
Master engineer from the day she was born?
Quans, no. She worked hard at it. Let's see the first...
Put in that...
You...
Oh, okay. Back to what I was talking about. I'm glad they ended Shepard's story. Yeah, I definitely was surprised that they killed... Well, I guess for me it's a her. Or he or her. I'm surprised they killed them off. But it was kind of really nice. Because it feels kind of realistic. It felt very realistic. I know in the destroy option there's some showing that they lived, which it's kind of like it shows, in my opinion, it's like you care more about your life than the immediate attention of the people. But I feel like there are also some people that probably looked at that like, oh, it's just a tradition. Every 50,000 years we just have to fight the Reapers again. Going off to the war, and it's like, Reaper War 1, Reaper War 2, Reaper War 3, but at the same time you can't kind of guarantee.
Lexi was looking for you.
Everybody looking for me. So that's interesting as well.
Where to next?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm surprised I still have a job. I should probably just retire.
Don't be silly. We still need you. There's so many outposts that need support.
Then let's head out there.
Sounds like a brilliant plan. How's it going?
What are your thoughts on the origin of the Angara?
You're not the only one who's asked that. Are biotics natural? What about space travel, painkillers, clothing, fire? All of it's made our lives better. Why would I draw the line at life creation tech?
But what about the ethics of the entire thing?
I'd say the act of creation itself is indifferent. The intention behind it is what matters.
That's true.
Create people so they can make people to serve as slaves? Bad. Very, very bad. And maybe someone out there
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Thank you, Sam.
Ready for more tests?
Not again. Lexi, I'm fine.
Sit now, and I'll skip the blood work. Have you experienced any muscle spasms? Nosebleeds? Memory loss?
No, but I feel a headache coming on.
Ha ha.
Comments like that used to get a rise out of you.
I know you too well now. Inhale. Exhale. You should know. Professor Herrick approached me about a transfer to the Nexus. Apparently my research on Ket anatomy has been useful to the militia.
Guess I'll be telling my next doctor about my abandonment issues.
I declined.
Really?
Didn't have a choice. No other doctor in the initiative would take you.
Oh,
I'm lucky to have you here.
Yes, you are. But I'm pretty lucky too.
Aww. Ugh, all these touching convos.
Ryder? I'll be here if you need me.
She's no Dr. Chakwas. Everybody knows that was my favorite character, but yeah. Back to what I was saying. Wow, I've deviated like 5 times now.
Meridian's code.
You think that...
Unknown. They abandoned a great work, which you have reinterpreted.
Thanks, but what's...
2 halves. In a brief time, you have suffered. I have lived. This is how once humanity is grown.
I'm happy they didn't continue with Shepard's story, because I've been going back to my original point is people hate something new. They feel like change is bad, but I've also been on the side where
more edible now with Meridian active.
Where
I've seen reports of floral
I feel like
plants that didn't have them before. This could be it.
If you do try them, make sure it's not before a long shift this time.
where I feel like something amazing just keeps going to the point it kind of sucks. And then I know some people just have a problem with the ending in general. I personally didn't mind it. I liked it. I feel like it was thought-provoking and it was more not very basic.
So, back at Habitat 7. What am I supposed to see, and what's it got to do with 100% viability?
I'm getting initiative signals, magnetosphere charges, and atmosphere probes.
The vault here remains non-functional, but with 100% viability to invest, we've begun terraforming this world with initiative technology.
Aww.
The good old-fashioned hard way. It'll eventually be a home too, thanks to you.
My father would like that.
There is one more item, Pathfinder. Opening channels to the Nexus, Meridian, Prodromos, Detail, Tevuni, New Tachanka, and Initiative allies. By unanimous vote, this world is to be renamed. Habitat 7 is now listed astronomically as Rider 1. Your
Wow.
world, Pathfinder. Their future.
Dang. Making me tear up. It's not good for my heart.
Anomaly on sensors.
Oh.
Probes launched.
This is one of the chosen data collection nav points. We should release a probe.
Oh, oh, this is from that old mission.
We've arrived at a Scourge nav point appropriate for data collection.
Okay, I guess now I'm just gonna be doing a bunch of probing. Yeah, but I feel like they did really think kind of outside, because we've all seen movies where technology takes over and they're evil and stuff.
Pioneer, their first astronaut.
But I really feel like they really turned it into something else.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Got a reading from the asteroid belt.
As for Andromeda, I hope the creators don't just let it go. I feel like it has so much potential. There are so many unanswered questions left. The Quarian and all the other species arc. The mom. The Ket. I mean, the Ket aren't destroyed. The Archon was just one tiny little fleet. I mean, that was nothing. The Ket are still there.
We've got a crater.
They're still a threat. I feel like this game was very different from Mass Effect from 1 to 3. But I don't think different is necessarily bad. Some people said it had bad writing, but I don't necessarily feel that way at all. Some people did mention that that your options didn't have a big impact. Some of the choices you chose, and that's something I do have to agree with, which is quite different for a Mass Effect game. You know, your choices have mattered to a certain degree.
The Scourge really left its mark on these systems.
It's getting dense in the space beyond. Better be careful.
Which I could definitely get behind that. I definitely do feel like that was definitely lacking a little bit this game. But to say it was bad writing, I wouldn't say that either. I've played worse games with bad writing, and Andromeda definitely wasn't it. It still packed action, soft, sweet kind of spots. I felt like the characters were very fleshed out. You know, were all the characters good? No. You know, someone pointed out, oh, I liked, like, even Jacob was better than Liam, right? But when Mass Effect 2 was out, you know, there was a, you know, Jacob obviously sucked. But in Mass Effect 1, we kind of had, we had Ashley and, Ashley and Kaidan. They weren't really like characters either, you know? So I feel like this game always had characters that we might feel aren't fleshed out or might suck. But then again, it's probably also
After reading from the asteroid
based off of opinion as well. There are probably people that like those characters, and they're probably like,
belt, I'm
what?
picking up something.
You crazy.
Probe away.
But they also had really great characters as well. PB was a super fleshed out character. I enjoyed Callow, and I learned to appreciate Suvi. I didn't like her as much, but I felt like she was very realistic as well. And, you know, I get it that people get really attached to their characters. Like, when we were listening back and we heard, like, not Lexi, Liara, and Garrus' dad, and everybody was mentioned. Like, I was really sad. I really missed them, and, you know, a part of me would like for their stories to continue, but it's like, well, when do you stop? There's, like, a saying that...
We're a long way out here.
I'll say. There's quite a view of the Scourge.
People always say that...
Anomaly detected.
Oh, gosh, I forgot this saying. I have to look it up because I actually can't. Ugh. Why can't I remember it? Ah, here it is. Either why was I not able to, like, remember this? You guys are gonna hear this, you're gonna be so stupid. You're gonna think I'm so stupid. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I don't necessarily think that most people will become villains. Like, I don't think Shepard would ever become the bad guy. But I feel like that's probably true for a lot of people, but I feel like that's very true to stories. Like, for good stories, you either end when you need to end, or you'll see yourself become a shitty story.
We've got a crater.
So I really do hope they continue. I'd be quite sad.
I'm picking up something. Probe away.
For next Mass Effect, kind of next Mass Effect, I do hope they continue off Ryder's story. I've always hated an incomplete story, especially with something with a lot of potential. Some things I would like to see kind of changed with what they learned from Andromeda. As much as this wasn't an issue,
It's a pretty energetic star.
Deploying radiation and emission screens. Our sensors should be safe.
Anomaly on sensors.
without with this didn't impact the game, but with them doing this, I mean, this I feel like this was quite ambition of BioWare. They haven't created a game like this.
Getting a scan.
They've done similar with Inquisition, but it still wasn't this, like, level of game. You know, Mass Effect 1 to 3 was not like this. The first two Dragon Age wasn't anywhere near really like this either. They had something similar with Inquisition, but that's about it. So I would like to see, then when the next game comes out, I would like them to see not really have the mining issues and kind of stuff like that, and a couple of quest issues that just trigger. And there weren't too many. I mean, there's a couple of mining spots. And there was one quest that really bugged out. But I also feel like the reason, so yeah, I would like for them to not really have those same types of bugs once they released a new Mass Effect. I feel like with them kind of expanding this game just so widely, like it being so big, I feel like that's probably the reason why.
There were once hundreds of books and vids about this system. We thought there might be people here. Alien life was fascinating to dream about. That was before the kit.
Probes launched.
That's sad.
Got a reading from the asteroid belt. Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Anomaly found.
I would like to probably see the good and the evil kind of come back, the good and the bad. I really always really enjoyed that aspect of Mass Effect. So I would like for to see that come back. What else? Finally make some good human companions.
It's pretty remote. I wonder what view of the Milky Way you'd get out here.
Human characters have been kind of trashy. I mean, Kaden and Ashley weren't much. Jacob wasn't much either. Miranda sucked in the beginning. They actually were able to very nicely flesh out her character. And I really enjoyed her character, which I guess that would not make her a shitty character, really, right? You kind of learn to get to know her. It's just a character you can judge from the beginning. Jacob was trash. Liam and Cora didn't really like them either. So I feel like,
Anomaly on sensors.
yeah, their human characters suck quite a bit.
Got a reading from the asteroid belt.
I enjoyed Ryder as a character. I think even with the kind of positive and negatives, I always lean towards more the positive. I have a quite like bad choices, if you must say, or like evil choices, but I always swing very towards the good one. That's just my playstyle. However, I feel like Ryder's character, just what was needed for the story, was meant to be quite the positive player, a positive character, really, just kind of that savior. While I always felt like Shepard you could put yourself in Shepard more. Like, I could see myself, like, when I played through the first 3 Mass Effects, I could see myself as that character. So I was kind of Shepard. Like, that was me. With Ryder, I definitely saw her more as a standalone character, as her separate character. And I've had that experience through a couple BioWare games. Like, Origin has always been really easy to kind of put yourself into that character.
Considering what they were up against, your explorers made it a long way out.
With Dragon Age 2, Hawk.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. I found something.
I definitely, because I'm very similar to Hawk, it was easy to put myself in her shoes, especially the way I played her. But I could definitely see why some people might have trouble putting themselves in Hawk's shoes. I mean, you can definitely play her sarcastic or mad or evil. That can help, but I definitely saw her more as a standalone character. Like, oh, this isn't me. Like, it's not like role playing. As for Inquisition, I feel like definitely more of a standalone character again. It just kind of reminds me that, you know, Dragon Age 2 was quite the hated game when it first came out. And it's definitely lacking when it comes to the other two, Origin and Inquisition, time-wise, like the length of the game. But it's my favorite. Like, when I played through that, I had so much fun. And when I saw everybody shit on it, I'm like, really? But now I feel that now that time has passed,
it's our job to be first.
People are very like, oh, yes, Dragon Age 2, so good.
Anomaly on sensors.
I just feel like people just jump on the bandwagon way too quickly. And I'm not trying to say Andromeda is perfect. It's definitely not. I don't think anything could ever be perfect. And, you know, perfection is based on who's looking at it. You know, one thing one person could see perfect. Another thing, another person might be like, oh,
I'm picking up something.
You know, no, that sucked, you know.
Deploying probe.
Intense scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. We've arrived at a scourge nav point appropriate for data collection.
And then people are also saying that, you know, EA's not the best company. I agree. Like,
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
I'm with you on that.
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe.
But I feel like I don't feel like this game was unfinished at all. Like, the way the game is now, you could end the game. Something you couldn't do with Inquisition. You needed that Trespasser DLC to actually kind of complete the whole game. Without that Trespasser DLC, it's quite confusing. Not confusing, but it just felt like an incomplete game. Trespasser should have been part of the main game. No question about it. And then some people might say, oh, but there are loose ends. And my argument's like perfect setup to the next game.
Rumor has it this is quite the lawless region. No place to get stranded.
Stranded? Why would you even bring that up?
I'm a very big rambler, and sometimes I have trouble staying on one topic.
Anomaly on
So I do apologize for that. Like, if I wanted to make a coherent video, I would need to write out what I needed to say. Really think about what I want to say. Don't always do that. Sometimes it's just like talking, because then I feel like that's when I can get out how I truly feel.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
I feel like despite like there not being so many consequences, I think that's a good thing. I feel that with the next games, they can really kind of get into it. I feel like they were really able to set up a ground, a kind of a starting point for this. I don't know if they...
Zuvi, keep an eye on those sensors.
I always do.
I know, it's just... This is a dicey sector. Better to be ready.
Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe.
With...
Detecting what's left of a ship.
You know, with the kind of the good stuff of Mass Effect 1, I feel like Andromeda was meant to be hated by the mass population. No matter what, even if this was the most... I just felt like anything coming after Shepard would have been hated, and I feel like this game was really able to bring something new to the series with its open world, with everything, that I'm okay that kind of
Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
some of my like the effects of my choices, which we talked about there being a lack of, was definitely felt, but there were small choices that can really affect things in the long run, and I think that will be big, you know. So they were able to kind of expand the world, and at the same time do something different that I think they can bring up
Anomaly detected.
some of those aspects back.
Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
Wow, 100% complete. Yo, that's wild. I got every mission out there. Looks like I won't be really touching this game anymore, which within itself is super sad. Okay, final thoughts. I liked the game, I liked the story, I liked Ryder as a character, I liked most of our companions. There were some lacklusters, which of course are always our humans, Cora and Liam. Liam just was very arrogant, and I don't like arrogant people, so that's kind of my thing with him. Suvi played here and there, but was quite forgetful. Loved Drac. Drac was probably the best Krogan companion we've had. Grunt? Eh. Rex? Listen, Rex was fine and dandy, y'all, but I do think Drax is the better Krogan companion. Callow, great. Of course, he doesn't really have nothing on the Joker. And I do I prefer Morden over Callow too, but Callow was also good. Vetra, I liked Vetra quite a bit. Female Turian, which was really cool to see. I enjoyed her. Lexi.
You're all booked for physicals. No excuses.
I liked Lexi as a character.
I have some good ones.
Very similar to Liara in some point. In some ways, they're very similar, but I liked her. Nothing to Dr. Chakwas. Of course, really like Dr. Chakwas. But Lexi had her moments too. She's a good person. Who else? PB. Loved PB. PB was a great character. Very fun and laid back, which I don't think we really had a character kind of similar to that, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Back to Vetra, liked her. I liked her quite a bit. Can't really compare her to Garrus. But I liked her dynamic with Sid. It kind of brought something new, which could kind of relate to Miranda and her sister. They kind of brought that sister-sister thing back. But yeah, Garrus was a great character. Jal was really interested. Really enjoyed Jal. Not comparable to anybody we met in Mass Effect 3, really. Jack. Completely forgot about Jack from Mass Effect 2. I feel like they can expand the group. I really would love a good human companion. We've had Miranda, but I would like a human companion kind of... Yeah, no, Miranda was good. I feel like I didn't appreciate her enough in Mass Effect 2. Why do I keep running in a circle? I need to stop. Sam! Sam is actually a character, and Sam was very enjoyable. He kind of had the same thing with Jal where... Well, they just didn't really know how to relate to human life. Or us as people. Of course, in the end, you can't really compare any of the characters. They're their own character in the end. So they all serve different purposes. Oh, you know what this game needs to fix? I want my good bars back. I want my good dancing blue ladies back. I want some oppressive nightclub scene. The nightclub scenes sucked. Okay? They were terrible. And I want to be able to get drunk. I cannot do this job without being able to get drunk, spin around, and then when I try to go into the men's bathroom, someone tells me, "Excuse me, you're in the wrong bathroom." Because... Who did that? Who did that to me? That chip thingy. Oh, Edie. How could I forget Edie? Edie was great. Huh, Edie, Sam. You see, I didn't even compare or think about them at all like that, yeah. But yeah, technically Edie and Sam have some similarity. But yeah, I want to be able to get drunk. Bring that back in the game. Game? Let me get drunk and let me go to a really impressive nightclub scene. I think the romances were a lot better in this game. Romances were never a big thing of Mass Effect, but I felt like they were a lot better in Andromeda. The only thing they need to work on is better spacing, which they've done in Inquisition well, really. But I think that's the kind of the problem with this semi-open world map, is the way you do quests helps you unlock romances easier, but they have to, I feel like they need to find a way to better space those. For sure. Yes. And yeah, like, I feel like this game was really well and developed. It wasn't perfect, for sure, but it was a complete game. Like, I did not have to buy a DLC to finish the game, and I kind of appreciated that. And I kind of hope that the people that make Mass Effect BioWare, they're never gonna watch this video. Nobody watches these videos, let's be honest. But, you know, please stick to this story. Don't kind of let people hating on it kind of get you down. I felt like I said before, I feel like whatever came after Mass Effect 3 was going to be hated regardless. And I think this game had some great funny moments, and of course I do see improvements, but I think this is a really good starting line, and I would like to see where this will continue afterwards. And I would like to continue playing as Ryder. But we'll see. Based on the backlash, they may scratch it. And I do feel like a lot of the hate is bandwagon hate. I met a person that told me, oh yeah, like, it was when I first started, like, years back. Where I just started playing Mass Effect 1. I'm pretty sure it was Mass Effect 1. This was a year ago now. This was about a year ago now. Whoa. I just had like a revelation. This video is not going to get posted when I watch. It is currently April 14th, 2019, 11:17 p.m. This is around like a year ago when I started playing Mass Effect, and that just kind of hit me hard. That hit me really, really crazy hard. And they told me, oh yeah, but Andromeda, basically back to my story day, I was in a class in college, and they're like, yeah, Andromeda sucks, blah, 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 it's terrible, it's the worst game ever. And I'm like, well, have you ever played the game? And they're like, no, but I read the reviews and my friend said it. So I'm like, okay, so you're just kind of on the bandwagon. And I asked them, oh, why do you think it sucks? And because, oh, Shepard's not in there, blah blah blah, there are some bugs in the game, and they couldn't give me like an actual reason. They just kind of danced around the topic. So yeah, continue on with the story. I think you guys have something great. They introduced us to two new species, Ket and Angara, which are really cool, and technically they're Remnant and that whole crap. I keep forgetting that person's name. And I'm glad they didn't bring all the races right from the start, because I felt like that would have been really hard. But now slowly introducing every other race back in would be really great. And I really want to know who this benefactor is, and that would be really cool. And yeah, I feel like they could really continue like making some hard, tough choices, but this was a great starting ground. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I think it's because I'm sad. You know, it's not going to be the last time I played through Mass Effect. I am going to be moving on to a different series now, of course. No spoilers. But, you know, a part of me is kind of sad, because this has been such an adventure, and I'll never have that experience of when I played the game the first time. There's always this thing about when you play it the first time, and you can only have that the first time you play it. And I remember when I kind of lost that with the Dragon Age series. Once I played through the first three, I'm like, that's the only time I'll ever experience that kind of feeling, and I'll never have that again. So I guess that kind of when I end off this video, that'll be kind of the end of a journey. And that just makes me sad. It's way too late at night. There's something wrong with me. Yeah, I'm very sad but excited. And I know the next game that will be coming out is Dragon Age. So I don't know if I should have a Dragon Age Let's Play or something. I have Dragon Age 2. I have my main story, which I should probably kind of explain that in the video. That would be actually a really cool video. I have to write that down. Explain my Dragon Age, like my main story. But maybe it would be fun to actually have like a Dragon Age Let's Play when the next Dragon Age comes out. I might do that as a streaming type of deal, not like a releasing video, because releasing videos, they're easy, but they do take a lot of work, you know, recording them, rendering them, when I can just kind of stream for 3 hours and be like, YOLO. But yeah, this has been a great journey, and I really enjoyed it, and I guess I should thank BioWare and anybody that does watch these videos. Thanks for watching my journey. It's been one hell of a ride. It was my first time recording something big, and Andromeda is going to be my biggest yet. I had deleted videos, deleted save files, viruses. I kind of went through it all, but I wouldn't change that for the world. And yeah, thanks guys. I'm excited to explore the next series. I gave a lot of thought, and I want this game to replace another great story game, kind of story-based game, and I think I found the right one. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed this long adventure and this long series that I just realized took me a year to complete. But yeah, for sure, thank you so much guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in more videos. Bye!